Also, a lot of people are rocking some facial hair right now, and I am not one of those people, so I'm going to figure out how to. If you're noticing a lot of unusual facial hair this month, there is a reason for that. Movember kicked off at the beginning of November to raise money and awareness for prostate cancer research, for men's health, really, almost in general. Steve Abbott is a prostate cancer survivor and the executive director of Cincinnati Cancer Advisors, and he joins us this morning. Steve, first of all, thank you for coming in very much.
Thanks for having me, Bob. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you being here. And before we get into Movember and why we do this to garner a little bit of attention here and there, talk about your journey a little bit, what you went through.
Well, no, I appreciate you asking. No, so I'm a prostate cancer survivor of 8 years. My father was diagnosed when I was 44, and so I went and had my first PSA done.
Yep.
It was an extremely low number. It was 0.4, and so I was told to start getting tested when I was 50 because of a family history. That is a pretty important fact. But when I turned 50, I went and I got tested, and my PSA had jumped to 10.8. So it was a fairly aggressive case that started spiking somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of riding the roller coaster ever since. So I had surgery that was not curative. I've had a couple rounds of radiation that were not curative, so I'm on what's called hormone therapy now.
Yep.
But it's treatable, and so I'm living my best life. I love what I do, and I get out and talk about it every chance I get, particularly to men, because they're not very good at self-care.
I was just going to say that's what's so incredibly important, and it's why this month has really taken off, this Movember, because we don't like to talk about it. I don't like to talk about it. People don't like to think about getting tested for this, that, and the other thing, and what that test might mean, and all of that kind of thing. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with guys? I mean, seriously, why is there so much trouble talking about some of these issues? Because that's a real thing.
You know, it is a real thing, and it's interesting. I mean, we kind of bring it on ourselves because you come out of October, there's so much coverage of breast cancer, and what most people don't realize is that prostate cancer statistics are very similar, about 85%. In terms of number of cases and deaths. I mean, there'll be 34,000 deaths this year from prostate cancer, 43,000 for breast. So it has a similar pattern. But men just kind of fluff it away. So what we're doing is right now, actually, we just launched it this month, is a podcast series, and we're starting out with prostate cancer, and it's on purpose. It's called the CCA Medical Minute. But we're talking about prostate cancer topics because we want to get people out of the shadows and start talking about this. I do a lot of mentoring work. In fact, I talked to a gentleman yesterday in Scottsdale, Arizona, and so I get calls from all over the place. And those are the guys that actually want to talk about it, but for the most part, they don't.
Well, it's one of those things where I think not only do men not want to think about the testing they don't want to think about the treatment and what that might mean in the long run. I know there are things that men get worried about. Yep. You know, what it might mean. Well, what if I do have it? Well, what then? What are they going to do? And what that might mean in a month, in 2 months, in 2 years, that kind of thing.
Well, this is a terrible way to phrase this, but there's never been a better time to have prostate cancer, quite honestly. So much has come along, and unlike a lot of other cancers, first off, it's caught early. It's very, very treatable. Yep. It's very curable. Yep. But even if it's not, like in my case, my case is incurable, but there's still a whole lot we can throw at this thing. And so I'm nowhere ready to check out. I can tell you that. I'm just getting going. Yeah. But there's just so much coming along. Immunotherapy is probably the next thing that's coming along. There's new diagnostic tools that make the journey less painful. Maybe you don't need a tissue biopsy. Maybe there's things that used to be so dreaded that aren't really the case anymore. So it's just a matter, you got to find it early. Yeah. I mean, the results are so much better if you do. What
are some of the resources here locally that are in place for people who have questions or who need to seek treatment?
Well, I'm biased. Cincinnati Cancer Advisors, I think, we do, our consultations are free. And so what we do is we leverage the expertise of experts around the world, quite honestly, through our own medical oncologists. But American Cancer Society does a great job on the patient resource side. We're more on the not so much treatment, but on the consultation side. UC Cancer Center is a very respected academic research facility. Yeah. We're lucky to have that here. I don't think people realize what all they do. But there's if there's any question and you need anything, call Cincinnati Cancer Advisors. Ask for me personally if you want, and I'll direct you, because I have got some national relationships with Zero, the End to Prostate Cancer and Prostate Cancer Foundation as well, which they do great work.
No, we appreciate what you do. And so if you see anybody out there and they're got a little something extra going on over the next month, there might be a very, very good reason that they are doing that. I want to shout out real quick to my son's calculus teacher, Mr. Schroeder, who is growing one out right now for Movember.
This is about the only time of the year I'll do it.
Mr. Schroeder, well then, one of these years I'm going to convince the boss to let me do it too. Steve, continued blessings to you and your continued fight against prostate cancer. It is